Today we will start our first lesson. From that we have double fertilization. Okay, so before starting the double fertilization, we will revise our regarding our male and female gametes, development of male and female gamete. So first of all we will revise development of male gamete. So as we know that pollen grain contain male gametes. Okay, so here in the pollen grain, from the pollen grain two cells are formed. One is vegetative cell, which is a bigger cell, and one is generative cell, which is a smaller. And generative cell is the main male cell which will take part into the fertilization process. Okay, so this generative cell again divide into two cells, okay, to form two male gametes. Okay, so here you can see in the diagram pollen grain which is developed into two cells, vegetative cell and generative cell, and then this generative cell will again develop into two cells which are the two haploid male gametes as shown in the diagram. And there is a formation of tube like structure. So when pollen grain fall on the stigma due to some chemicals, there will be a formation of tube like structure which is called as the pollen tube. Okay, so this pollen tube will carry these two male gametes and one tube nucleus. Okay, that we have studied, that is the development of male gametes. Okay, then we have studied female gamete. Okay, so we have studied structure of this ovule. Okay, so let us see some main parts of this ovule. So a narrow opening at the apex of the ovule is called as micropyle. So you can see here. So what is the main function of micropyle? So through micropyle this pollen tube enter inside the ovule, okay, toward the egg cell. So pollen tube contains male gametes and female gametes are in the ovule. So this pollen tube will enter through this micropyle end, and then there is another term chalaza. Chalaza is the opposite end of this ovule which is present just exactly opposite toward the micropyle. Okay, then there are then we have studied development of female gametophyte, means how female gametes are formed. So from megaspore mother cell, means the cell which is going to develop as a female gamete. So it is diploid. So by the process of meiosis type of cell division take place, and four haploid megaspore or megaspore cells are formed which are haploid, and out of these four cells three will abort or they will extinct, and only one cell will remain. Three cells as shown in the diagram, three cells will degenerate, means they will extinct, and only one cell will remain. That cell will, by the process of mitosis, it will develop into two cells, and again by the process of second mitosis, means again from these two cells four cells will form. Okay, then from these four cells by the mitosis nuclear division will take place and 8 nucleus will be formed. Okay, so out of 8, 4 will be situated at each pole of the cell, and then from this there will be development of female gamete or egg cell. Okay, so like this there will be formation of egg or female gamete. Okay, so here in the double fertilization, why it is called as double fertilization? Because there are two male gametes. Okay, from the pollen grain two male gametes are developed, and pollen tube is also developed which will carry this gametes toward the ovule. Okay, in which female gametes are situated. Okay, so let us see. Double fertilization is a complex fertilization mechanism in a flowering plants, and it was discovered by a scientist Noschin. Okay, from the Liliaceae family plant like lilium and Fritillae. These are the two plants. Then after a pollen grain has reached the surface of the stigma, it germinates and form a pollen tube. So there is a formation of pollen tube in the pollen grain which has landed on stigma. Okay, then which penetrates the stigma, style, ovary chamber and then enters the ovule. So this pollen tube will enter inside the ovule through this micropyle end. The growth of pollen tube is guided by the chemicals secreted by the synergids. So synergids are the two cells which are present along with the egg cell. Okay, then it usually enters ovule through the micropyle. So usually this pollen tube enter inside the ovule through the micropyle end. So, then it is termed as a porogamy. But in some cases it is found to enter through the chalaza end, which is known as chalazogamy, and in some plants by the piercing the integuments called as the mesogamy. So here diagrams are shown in your textbook. So first one is porogamy. So in porogamy the pollen tube has entered inside the ovule through the micropyle end. Then in chalazogamy the pollen tube will enter inside the ovule through the micropyle. Here you can see. And then third one is mesogamy. So here pollen tube enters through the integuments. So integuments are protecting covers on the ovule. Okay, then the pollen tube carrying male gametes penetrates in one of the synergids. Water contents of synergids are absorbed by pollen tube, which then ruptures and release the contents including two non-motile male gametes. Okay, so this pollen tube penetrates in the synergid cells. Synergid cells means which are at the base of the ovule. Three cells are there. Two cells are called as the synergids and middle one is egg cell. Okay, and there are two non-motile male gametes are present inside the pollen tube. Non-motile means which are not able to move. Okay, so as non-motile male gametes are carried through the whole hollow pollen tube, it is known as the sypnogamy that ensures fertilization to take place. So as the pollen grains are non-motile means they are not able to move, they are carried out by the pollen tube from the towards the female gamete. So male gametes are carried by pollen tube to female gametes through pollen tube, and this process is known as sypnogamy. Then syngamy and triple fusion are two events of sexual reproduction in angiospermatic flowering plants. So in flowering plants there are two processes, syngamy and triple fusion. Syngamy is the fusion of haploid male gamete with the haploid female gamete to produce a diploid zygote, whereas in triple fusion second haploid male gamete fuse with the diploid secondary nucleus producing primary endosperm nucleus or pen that develop into triploid endosperm. The zygote develop into an embryo. Okay, so two terms are there in a sexual reproduction in flowering plants. Two main processes are there. One is syngamy and second is triple fusion. So syngamy means out of two male gametes, one will fuse with the haploid female gamete egg cell which is in the center. Here it is shown. Three cells are there, out of which two are synergid cells, and in the middle there is a egg cell. So one male gamete will fuse with the egg cell to produce diploid zygote. So haploid, one haploid male gamete and one haploid female gamete, it will join together to form diploid zygote. Okay, whereas in the triple fusion secondary haploid male gamete, so two male gametes are there in the pollen tube, so one will fuse with female egg cell and another will fuse with the secondary nucleus, diploid secondary nucleus, producing primary endosperm nucleus that develops into triple endosperm. So here there is a diploid secondary nucleus and one haploid male gametes. So that's why it is a triploid. Okay, and it will develop into endosperm. The zygote develop into an embryo. Zygote will develop into embryo, and there will be formation of triploid endosperm from one haploid male gamete and diploid secondary nucleus. Okay, the zygote develop into an embryo. Syngamy is a type of generative fertilization, whereas triple fusion is type of vegetative fertilization. Okay, so here both the male gametes participate, and therefore it is described as double fertilization. Okay, so in the exam there will be a question, describe double fertilization. Okay, so what will be the answer? In the double fertilization there are two male gametes which are carried by pollen tube. In a pollen tube there are two non-motile male gametes. Okay, so here two processes are there. One is syngamy and another is triple fusion. In syngamy there is a fusion of haploid male gamete with the haploid female gamete to produce zygote, which is again diploid, because one cell is haploid, that is male cell, and another cell is also haploid, which is a female gamete, egg cell, and there will be formation of zygote, which will be obviously diploid. Whereas in triple fusion, so which is the another process, triple fusion. So why it is called as triple fusion? Because there is a male gamete, another male gamete is also haploid. So one cell will be haploid, which is a male gamete, and then second will be diploid secondary nucleus present in the ovule. Okay, so fusion of one haploid cell and one diploid cell will take place, and what will develop from that? There will be development of primary endosperm nucleus. That's why it is called as the double fertilization. Okay, and this will develop into triple endosperm. Then the zygote develop into an embryo. Okay, so like this you have to write the answer. Here diagram is shown. Here you can see it is a stigma. Then from the stigma, that is the red colored pollen grain is there. Okay, which will contain two male gametes. Okay, so pollen tube is entered through the style into the ovule through the micropyle end. Okay, then there are synergids, means two cells at the two end, and in the middle there is a egg cell. Okay, then there is a triple fusion, secondary nucleus plus male gamete. So one male gamete will fuse with the secondary nucleus, which is in the center of this ovule, and another male gamete will fuse with the egg cell, which is present along with the synergid cell at the base of the ovule. So hence here there is a two times fusion is there, that's why it is a double fertilization. So what is the significance of or importance of the double fertilization? It is a unique feature of angiosperm. So it is a unique feature of angiosperm, means flowering plant. It ensures that the parent plant invests a seed with a food store only if the egg is fertilized. So what is the function of this pen or primary endosperm? It will feed the growing plant. Okay, then the diploid zygote develop into an embryo, which consequently develop into a new plant. So zygote will develop into new plant, and primary endosperm will feed to the developing plant. The triploid pen develop into nutritive endosperm tissue. Nutritive means which will give nutrition or food to the developing plant. It restores the diploid condition by fusion of haploid male gamete with the haploid female gamete through syngamy. So here it will restore the diploid condition, means one male gamete will be haploid and female gamete is also haploid. So zygote will be naturally diploid. So in this way diploid condition can be restored due to this process. It also helps to avoid polyembryony. Means poly means many, so many embryos will be not developed due to this process. Okay, so this is about the double fertilization. Okay, so again we will revise the double fertilization. So in double fertilization, first of all, double fertilization means in angiosperm plants there is a double fertilization. In double fertilization, two male gametes take part. Okay, so there are two non-motile male gametes are carried out by pollen tubes toward the ovule, in which there is a female gamete or egg cell is there. Okay, so out of these two male gametes, one will fuse with the egg cell. Okay, to form the by the process of fertilization there will be formation of zygote will be developed. Okay, so two processes are involved. First one is, what is the first process? Sypnogamy. So sypnogamy means union of male and female gamete to form the this one, what we call it as a zygote. Okay, so as the male gamete is haploid and female gamete is also haploid, there will be formation of a diploid zygote, and that process is called as the sypnogamy. Okay, then another process is triple fusion. So in triple fusion there will be fusion of there is a fusion of second haploid male gamete with the diploid secondary nucleus. Okay, and there is a formation of primary endosperm nucleus or pen. Okay, so in this way there is two times there is a fertilization by the two male gametes, one with one female gamete to form zygote, and another is with the diploid secondary nucleus to form triploid endosperm. So zygote and endosperm will form at the end of the double fertilization. Okay, so that is all about the double fertilization. You should draw the diagram of double fertilization given on your textbook. Okay, so thank you.